Welcome back, guys. Today I'm making scones again. I have done scones before from the Irish pub book, I think, but now I'm from Classic Irish. So yeah, this one says fruit scones. The recipe for scones was brought to Ireland when the English gentry first settled here in the 1800s. The Irish quickly adapted this popular tea time cake to suit their tastes. So let's do it. So I've got some flour that I was smart enough to put already a sieve between, so I don't have to make so much other bowls dirty. The sieve, I'm preheating my oven 200 Celsius. So that's happening already. Now I have to sift the flour and then rub in butter with your fingertips. So I think sifting the flour is always the longest part in these kinds of videos. Well, I did it pretty quickly. Not even a minute, I think. So that's flour in the bowl. Then I've got not that big a piece, in my opinion. I would have guessed there would be more butter in a recipe like this, but cubes of butter. I always thought that for these kinds of recipe, the butter needed to be ice cold, but I don't think I've ever read anything about ice cold butter or water in these kinds of this recipe. Doesn't matter, but I had a thought. Anyway, rub in with. And did I tell you with the last scones video that I worked at a English tea time, high tea restaurant, lunch room kind of things? And I worked in the weekends as a teenager. I think I was 15, 16. And at evening I brought home bags of scones. Only the scones. So I had to prepare them myself. And I'm so glad this recipe just said jam and cream to serve. And not just strawberry jam. Because I have a feeling that whenever you make a recipe and it needs jam, 9 out of 10 times you need strawberry jam. Okay, I think I've got the biggest pieces of butter in there. Mixed. Stir in sugar, baking powder and sultanas, which I have prepared. So it's just a tiny amount of sugar. I don't know, because of the jam, I was expecting this to be a sweeter kind of dough. But I don't know why, but most of these recipes aren't really, even the sweet recipes aren't that sweet, so I'm not sure why I'm surprised. So, and a bit. Okay. Beat 1 egg, mixed well into mix a well. Oh, make. I can't read anymore. Make a well in the center of the flour mixture, then mix in the beaten egg and enough milk to form soft dough. Okay, I've got 1 egg here. The whole thing. Let's give it a okay. Let's mix this in first so I know how much milk to add, because I have this tiny bit of milk. So, and I think if you've been watching my videos, that I have a problem with milk. No, not with milk, with the amounts of liquids in these kinds of recipes. I often do too much. But I think we need a bit. And I think I have to go hands in again to be sure. Because scone dough is pretty dry dough, right? And I think I talked about this before. I don't really mind putting my hands in a dough. The cleaning part, I think I'm like, I don't know, 99% of the world that is not a fan of cleaning. Especially, the thing is, washing your hands is a good thing. You have to wash your hands regularly, right? But washing your hands too often makes them dry, and I've been putting hand lotion on my hands, especially because I work in a shop with a lot of air conditioning, so my hands dry out frequently. And a friend of me got me a tiny bottle of nail cream, for the, how do you call it? Let me see, these parts. The cuticles, right? That part. I think I'm going to do all the milk I prepared to keep my hands a bit softer. But yeah, I like things clean, but I don't like the cleaning. And I'm sure, like I said, I'm not the only one that feels like that. Okay, I'm going to do it on the board. I'm not comfortable adding more milk. I think I just added 25 milliliters. The book says that's 1.5 tablespoons of milk. And the thing is, I think I switched from this book because of the fact that it says both. The other book, the Irish Pub book, only gives me United States measurements, you know, like cups and tablespoons, and this one is just 25 milliliters or 1.5 tablespoon or 225 grams of plain flour, but that's 80 ounces or 2 cups. So how does my dough look? Okay. Turn out the dough on a floured board and knead lightly. Well, I think I did that, but I can do it. bit more. Flatten about 2.5/1 inch thick. So same thing, right? Gives me both. It doesn't give me only the inch, because a lot of books are America based, I think. I'm happy with that. I need a little bit of flour. Let's roll this out. And it's the box says it makes 8, but I feel like I don't have enough for that. But maybe, well, I'm not that good with measurements, like how much. My ideal thing is just get a ruler and let's see when I'm at 2.5. Oh, I'm not sure. I think I've got, yeah, I've got a tape measurement. Let's see. Let's see how good my eye is. So now I've got it at, I'm not able to show you this, but I've got this one. See, I've got, I'm less than 2. So yeah, I'm going to keep it at this. Ring cutter. Stamp out using around plain, using a plain cutter. This one, I'm going to put this in. That one doesn't look as nice as the first one. I don't think I'm going to get 8. 5 maybe, if I'm lucky. This isn't going to be a whole one. The flaky anyway, right? So I'm safe doing this. Sorry if that's offending. So 4, 5. I've got 5. Just mold. No, we're not going to waste any dough. Oh, this is one going to be a bit thicker than the others. Oh, not really. I've got 5, not 8. But I can show you right now. Let's grab this one. This one is, see, about 2 centimeters, so I'm missing a half. Oops. Anyway, my oven is preheated. And it needs to be, okay, I need to do egg brush. I'm going to use my hands, by the way. They're dirty anyway, so I'm going to do it off camera. I'm just putting a bit of egg on top of the scones. I want to mold it. Maybe I have to do it this way. I turned the last one around because I had all the sultanas on top, and I don't want the sultanas to burn. So quick wash after my rant about washing hands. Okay, so those are going to be an oven. I'm going to whip some cream and get my homemade fig jam out of the fridge, because I still have that left of that jar, and I've got some orange marmalade that I used in a couple of videos ago, but I'm not as fond on the marmalade, as you know. So these in 15 minutes. And that's it. Then we have a taste. But the thing I'm missing, I think, with recipes like this, like sometimes in a cookbook they like, oh, the scones are ready when they come out. I don't know, like a cake. You can poke it with a toothpick and then you see if it's done. If it comes out dry, it's done. Or, well, needs to be a tiny bit wet, because it flour everywhere, you know, because it's warming through after you get it out of the oven. So I'm rambling, I think. Anyway, I put it on 15 minutes and then I'll back for a tasting. The scones are done, and I've got these ones, and then I got two pretty decent looking, and then three not so decent. But let's try like dry and plain. And exactly how I remember scones to be. The sweetness is just right, and I guess that's because of the sultanas. But if you eat them dry, you really need a cup of tea. But sorry. Of course, I've got some, but with my homemade fig jam and some whipped cream. So I know my fig jam can be a bit overpowering, but let's try. There's so much going on in my head right now. I taste the jam, I taste the sultanas. You still got the dryness of the of the scone. It's a nice little treat like this. Sorry, is that something? Anyway, thanks for watching. Do you make scones often at home? Is that a big thing? Because it was pretty easy. I think 15 minutes without gathering all the ingredients. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video.